I'm mad because I care more about you than you care about me, and that's how it's always f***ing gone!
Millions of men are officially checking out of the dating matrix, and they're thriving like never before. The game just got flipped on its head, and now the ladies are the ones crying about it. What in the world is happening right now? Support the channel by subscribing. More content coming your way.
Question for the men. Why is it that men nowadays don't approach women in public anymore? I feel like back in the day it was so common for men to walk up to women, have a little conversation, maybe ask them out on a date, but nowadays that does not seem to be a thing anymore. Why?
It's simple, bro. We ain't wasting our time and hard-earned cash on girls who bring zero value to the table.
Hey, I was wondering if I can get your number by any chance. What about you?
You want my number?
Yeah.
I'm the second option?
Well?
Women.
First, they treat a guy like a backup plan, then play dumb when he stops chasing. Must be the greatest mystery of the universe, right? Why the hell would we do that when we're too busy vibing to some killer tracks? My man didn't even give her a second glance from the jump. Based.
For one, low testosterone levels. Men's testosterone levels are the lowest they've ever been because of diet, exercise, all these factors, not living healthy lifestyles. And testosterone is what gets men to be motivated to go and ask a girl out. Two is dating apps. Dating apps has made it way too easy for men to think that they have access to women. It gives them this like false hope, and it makes it so easy for them to just go on their phone and take the easy way out. Is consuming too much online adult content. It is getting really scary when men just go on their phones and can instantly have access to all sorts of material. Why would they even go out and court a girl if they don't need to? Girls do not make this any easier. Girls are not approachable. Men are terrified of being called creeps or making a girl uncomfortable, so a lot of them just don't do it.
Guys, let me know if testosterone has literally everything to do with this.
Let me translate this for you real quick. Men don't avoid you because you're hot. They avoid you because the risk isn't worth the reward. What we have here is high ego, grouped together, defensive body language that screams, approach me so I can reject you. And after all, this is what you wanted, right? You're strong, independent women, and you don't need a man. Attention isn't attraction, and being hot doesn't make you approachable.
If they actually gave a damn, why didn't they just walk up to the guy?
So where are the men? Where do y'all hang out? If you don't go to coffee shops? I'm so tired of like going to a bar or like go to different events and they're like 90% of the ladies and only 3 men hang out in the corner. Do you guys just not leave the house or like go outside? Yeah, I would love to stop using all the dating apps that are just not working anymore and start meeting people in real life organically. But where do men usually hang out? I feel like I've been looking at the wrong places, so let me know in comments.
We're just hitting the gym and completely ignoring the noise around us. Tunnel vision, baby.
Doing tonight, guys?
Get the f*** away from me!
God bless y'all.
If chicks look at this and still get mad that we don't care about them anymore, that's just a wild double standard.
What do you think about the men who choose to remain bachelors?
It's funny because I probably have that mindset this day and age. I just turned 44 today. Today is my birthday. But when I was in my early 20s, I thought about marriage and settling down. But now it's like the bachelor life is better. You know, people out here getting married and getting divorced a couple months later. So until you find true love and happiness, there's nothing wrong with being a bachelor.
That right, nothing beats absolute peace and freedom.
If you've got a little black book of 3, 4, 5, 6 women that you can call, take care of everything you need on that Friday, maybe You have one that dresses up nice and comes to the company picnic with you. Maybe you've got one that's just down and dirty and shows up in a high heels and a trench coat. Why would you give that up for marriage when you're going to get divorced? She's going to take the kids, she's going to take your money, and she's going to destroy you. There is no net benefit today for men to get married.
Exactly. Why should our wallets get legally robbed just because we put a ring on it?
Can 2026 please, be the year that guys go up and talk to women in public again? Like, I know there's guys out there that do this, but not enough. There's not enough, because guys who just sit and stare at you from across the room, they just keep making eye contact with you, and you just make eye contact back and forth. Like, please, just go say hello. Just go say hello. It's really not that hard. If she's making eye contact back with you, like, if you guys are making eye contact back and forth several times, she wants you to come say hello, okay? If you look at a girl, you find her attractive, and you never see her looking at you again, she probably doesn't want to talk to you, okay? Or she has a boyfriend, whatever. But if she keeps making eye contact with you, that is your sign to go up and say hello. And it is so much more attractive when a guy takes initiative. It shows so much confidence. So what? You shoot your shot and you miss? You're going to miss regardless if you don't go say hello. It's so silly to me. This happens all the time. And
it's better if the woman introduce herself. Guys are tired of getting shamed and humiliated. Bro, you actually blew my mind right there.
It honestly pains me to see women constantly explaining to men that they would rather be alone than to be in a relationship with them. They don't understand. They don't understand because the cognitive dissonance. They can't imagine because they can't do it. They can't be alone. Literally, they ruminate when they're alone. Their mind wanders all over the place. They hate their own company. A man cannot stand the thought of being alone. So he cannot believe you when you say you are happier alone. They can't do it, so they can't imagine that you can do it. They honestly believe that you're lying. Stop trying to convince them that you're happier alone. We know we are. Just be alone.
Trust me, men are doing just fine flying solo. Hell, it beats being trapped in a toxic relationship any day of the week. If her date decides to ghost her and go right back to the single life after that meetup, I wouldn't even be mad. No surprises there.
Yes, men are happy being single. They are. They're definitely enjoying it more than they used to before. And because I see it, you know, it's gotten harder to date, you know, lately. Men are very satisfied in their lives without women. They are. They're working a lot, either working a lot, or if they're not working, then, they'll hang out with their friends, with their family, with their kids. Well, with their kids, it's a given. But yeah, they're happy being, if they're not married, they're happy being, bachelors and having their own space and not having to commit to anyone. So yeah, this wasn't the case before, but this is what it is now.
Oh no, lady. If guys are stuck in relationships like the one in that last clip, the problem definitely ain't them. Stop pointing fingers at us. Single and thriving on that super, ultra, mega, hyper, pro, max level. Pure peace, zero interruptions.
Some men still need to learn the hard way, but the fact is that living alone as a man is fucking awesome. If you don't have a girlfriend or, God forbid, wife that you have to live with, life gets so much easier. when you live alone, you don't have to be lonely. I live alone. I'm not lonely. I just live alone. And to have a woman move in here does not benefit me. If it would benefit me, sure, I would let a woman move in with me, but it's not benefiting me. So why the fuck would I do it? And nobody's telling me to put the toilet seat down or take out the trash, or she wants me to do something and I don't want to do shit that day or whatever. I live life on my terms. I do what I want. Let me show you. Shh.
This dude's pure logic is gonna make these Karens absolutely lose their minds. Don't look so disappointed, ladies. We ain't walking into bars to hunt for chicks anymore. We just wanna grab a beer and chill the hell out.
If the man is handsome, educated, has money, but still single, then what could be the problem?
It's not a problem. He is enjoying peace and he values peace.
Hello?
I have a boyfriend. Are you on the phone?
Hold on, Mom.
Oh my god, I am so sorry.
Hello?
I have a boyfriend. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, hello?
I have a boyfriend.
Hello?
Can I have your number?
No, I have a girlfriend. Hello?
I have a boyfriend.
What the actual fuck?
I'm so sorry. Okay, do you want the rest?
Oh, forget it, man. Forget it.
Jesus, do these girls even realize how ridiculous they're acting right now?
Let's go out. Because I'm just hoping that one day, like, I meet my husband, like, meet cute randomly. Like, I gotta go out and do that, right? I have to, like, actually put myself out there. I have to actually do my makeup and, like, put on a cute outfit and do that, you know? Crazy concept. But I have a fear that all of the good single 30-year-old men are doing the opposite. Hey, get out there. Please. Stop ordering takeout by your fucking self and wait for me to be there with you to do it, okay? Literally, I don't... Probably gonna run into a douchebag. Pray for me.
They spend a lot of time asking men to no bother them on the streets. The men actually listens to that. Now they are mad. Just look at our men out here living their best lives. Absolute legends.
When dudes say, I don't chase. Right, well, go find yourself a boyfriend then, babe. You don't chase? Well, what do you mean? That's your job. What do you do then? What do you do? You're not fulfilling your job as a man on this planet, okay? What do you do? Tell me. Please explain. Oh, I don't chase. I also don't have a bed frame. Or any social skills or a fully developed frontal lobe. Because I don't chase. Also, when guys are complaining about gold diggers, but their side table is a cardboard box, and all they can afford to buy you is a piece of chicken, babe, gold diggers go after Ferraris, not a plate of food, okay? Cool.
Look, ladies, remember this. Chasing women ain't our main purpose, and it sure as hell ain't our full-time job. Seems like this is the new meta for guys in 2026, right?
I better pay attention to me tonight. I'm so sick of this shit. Oh my god. Touch a boob, buy a drink. I mean, it's like very simple.
LMAO, if we did that, we'd catch a harassment charge in a heartbeat. No guy is risking his freedom and peace for that trap, ladies.
Do any other girls get offended when, like, ugly men try to approach you? I'm saying that with my full chest, yeah.
This right here is a clear sign of a woman you want to avoid as a man. They say they're high value, but high value women don't belittle people. They don't rank men like products, and they don't walk around offended by a human interaction. Just remember, the girls who scream the loudest about ugly men approaching them are always the ones with the weakest character that you should really try hard to avoid. The women you want are the ones who won't judge you for approaching, they'll judge you by your heart and the man you're trying to become.
Oh, I see. So now there's an approval system for guys just to approach? That level of entitlement is wild.
You like it?
No.
What?
What's mine is mine, what's yours is mine, what's mine is not yours.
If she's that stingy over something as simple as sharing food, don't wonder why guys are completely checked out.
Would you rather have me or this Porsche?
Is this a Porsche 911?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the car. Why the hell would I choose you?
What?
Oh my god, is that reverting interior too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Carrera. Yeah, what the who the hell would choose you? You got the keys?
They're inside.
Go get them.
A sick ride is always going to be there for us, and it offers way better security than a modern marriage ever could.
So men don't approach women anymore because they're often referred to as creeps and they're scared of rejection. It's something that I hear a lot of. And I wanted to personally speak to this because I have a lot to say, because I am the biggest supporter of men being men and men pursuing women. Okay, so I'll preface this by saying that. But the problem is, a lot of men pursue women knowing that that woman is not interested in them. And therefore it leads to this negative culture with it.
Scared? Nah, girl. We just chose the path with way less BS.
Women keep saying that there's a pandemic of single men in their 30s and 40s, and they can't figure out why. Listen up, sweetie. Maybe it's because 80% of divorces are filed by women, or because no-fault divorce was built by women's legal groups so they could walk away without consequences. Every man knows someone who lost everything, all because she just wasn't happy anymore or not feeling it. We're not choosing isolation, we're choosing peace.
It's hilarious. Women keep saying they don't care about male loneliness, yet they're the ones bringing it up the most. If you don't care, just shut up about it. Sounds a lot more like manipulation than actual concern.
This is a question for the men. If you're not a man, keep scrolling. Okay, so men, why are we hating women? Why are we hating women? I feel like women are hating men and men are now hating women. They don't want to get married. They don't want to live with them. They, they just want to be single forever. Like, what's going on here? Are all you men into men now? Like, what's going on? I'm so confused. I feel like we're creating a divide here, folks. Can we come back together? I love men. And I want men to start loving women again. Like, I don't know. What do we need to do? Let me know and I can try to get the congregation together and we could try to move forward so we can all start loving each other again. I don't know. What am I missing? Can you please fill me in? I'm very, 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 very confused. Okay, thanks.
Ma'am, peace of mind always comes first, and honestly, you're not bringing that.
Financial celibacy, it's the new thing that these young men are focusing on when it comes to dating. And as Unc, I just want to say I'm proud of y'all. We always hear women say, my body, my choice. Rightfully so. But as a man, you should be able to say, my wallet, my choice. Side note, you should also care about your body as a man. Don't just go around and sleep with anybody. Have respect for yourself as well. Now back to what I was saying. Your money's a part of your value. As a man, you had to get up and go earn that money. Get to know the woman that you're talking to before you decide to spend money on her. A lot of women hate to have conversations with you before you take them on a date. And it's not that they're worried about whether or not they're gonna like you. They're worried about whether or not you're gonna like them when you get to know them. Get to know her for who she is, beyond just what she looks like. Because sometimes that's the trick that gets you caught up. You're so caught up in how good she looks that you don't even take the time to get to know her as a person to see if you like her or not.
Looks like guys are finally holding on to their cash for things that actually matter, instead of dumping it into women's emotional black holes. Stay woke, fellas.
I feel like I've been pouring everything into people who don't give a damn back. And it's exhausting. I don't need perfect. I want someone who's real, who stays, someone I can actually trust.
Crying ain't gonna do you any good because we're completely immune to those fake tears now.
So I had a date with this man that we planned back on like Monday, right? So for a week now, we said we were gonna meet on Saturday at 1 p.m. Saturday comes, y'all know I'm a late ass bitch. I can't be on time to save my fucking life. I'm running late. I text him like, hey, can we push back to 1:30? 1:30 comes, I'm just getting in my car. I call him like, hey, I'm so sorry I'm running late, I'll be there in 10 minutes. I could hear it in the tone of his voice that he was pissed off. I'm like, I get there, I call him, no answer. I text him like, hey, I'm here. He's like, yeah, I left. You're wasting my time. Enjoy yourself.
Time management is everything. She needs to learn to put some respect on his name before expecting him to respect her.
So let me pick up where I left off. Fellas, you keep saying I'd rather stay single. Women are too much. I don't need the headache. I get it, but let's be real. That is crap. You don't actually want to die alone with a freaking gaming console and a fridge full of frozen pizza. You don't, because guess what? Biology doesn't lie. Men and women were designed for each other. That is masculine and feminine polarity. That's not just some TikTok buzzword. That is nature. That's why when you're with the right woman, everything in your life sharpens. Your drive, your purpose, your discipline, everything. Now, sure, being single is easy. No drama, no compromise, no responsibility. But easy gets old. The hookups get boring. The soulless sex gets depressing. The silence in your house starts getting loud. And then what? You're 40, 50, 60 years old. Nobody by your side. Nobody in your bed. Nobody to build with. That is not freedom. That's failure.
Wow, did she really just trash our video games all because we chose to be happy and single?
One of the things that I realized a while ago, society hates to see a man who is 30 and up with no kids, no wife, and just single and happy. They hate to see you traveling the world by yourself. They hate to see you going out to eat by yourself. They hate to see you just enjoying life in general by yourself. They want to see you miserable with a fat wife, working a 9 to 5, doing the everyday, regular, degular routine. They don't want to see you living your best life, but live your best life anyways.
We're literally winning right now. Great job, gentlemen. Oh, it must be genetics. If chicks are losing their minds just because a dude is single, I honestly just feel bad for him.
The reason why men are not asking women out on dates right now is because of women. Yes, I said it. Men are supposed to be the rock of the friendship, relationship, whatever, but we are the ones that like fix up a little. When there's fixing, that's where we come in. Like, we're supposed to like help out in departments that men really don't know, like the emotional state of it. Like, the reason why like we're all fucked up as a generation is because we're not healed. Nobody's healed. Everybody got things that they need to work on, whether it's from things from when we were kids, whether it's things that we're working on now. Like, everybody needs to work on themselves, but want to date at the same time and feel lonely and feel like they need somebody. Like, when they feel alone, now they're depressed because they feel like they need companionship. When really, you just need the Lord Jesus Christ and just time for yourself. That's the only way you really get to know yourself for real. Like, you don't need to be going from guy to guy to feel some type of like happiness, bro. Like, you don't need validation from nobody but the Lord. Honestly, like when you start talking to God, you start asking him certain things and you start leaving it up to God.
A smart man doesn't chase attention. He focuses on his grind, leveling up, and lets the rest fall into place.
Imagine trading all your women in for somebody else's big back 30-year-old baby mama. Don't that sound like some And women think that we really got it hard out here being single. Like, being single is so bad. Do you hear that? That's what being single for a man sounds like. It's peaceful. It's less expensive. Come on, man. When you paying your way and I'm paying my way, shit, life is easy, but y'all looking for a motherfucking come up, and then you want me to give all my sexual rights to you. That's jail. Most of these niggas in relationships have a curfew, and they're not even the only person that this person had children with. They're the second, third, fourth, and fifth option, coming off the bench, and is happy to be there. You used to be a starter. Now you're Klay Thompson, nigga.
And men have more money than ever, feeling happier and more at peace than ever before.
I would rather live alone and be alone for the rest of my life
than be miserable in another relationship again. Welcome back to another episode of Skillet Talks. But Brian, you're gonna be alone and miserable and grumpy for the rest of your life if you remain single, and you're gonna die miserable. I'm gonna cut you off right there. I spent 4 years in my early 20s absolutely miserable from a domestic violent relationship that luckily I got out of.
Since when does being single equal being miserable? This dude is flying solo and happier than ever.
Do you ever see a man and think, why is he single? He's beautiful, got a lot going for him, and you think to yourself, there must be something wrong with this man. And then you think to yourself, wait, I'm single. By that logic, then there's something wrong with me. And, like, nobody's perfect, but maybe there's nothing wrong with either one of us. Or maybe there's a lot wrong with both of us. I don't know. I was just thinking about how funny it is. And then I was like, oh, but my future husband is going to have to be single for me to marry him. So, is there something wrong? Or is he just single waiting for me? I don't know. I can't figure it out. And by the time I figure it out, he'll probably already have somebody, so whatever, Whatever, it doesn't even matter.
Real talk, I have zero clue what point she's even trying to make right now.
There is something most people never talk about when it comes to men and relationships. Ignoring a woman might make her chase you. But ignoring a man, it makes him leave, and he never comes back. Because a man operates from self-respect in a way that most people don't fully understand. He is not going to chase someone who makes him feel unwanted. He is not going to perform for someone who doesn't see his value. He is not going to beg for attention from someone who treats him like an option. Because the moment a man feels dismissed, something shifts inside him. Not dramatically, not with a big speech or a final argument, just quietly. Like a door closing softly behind him. He can love deeply, he can show up consistently, he can give his time, his energy, his loyalty without hesitation. But the moment he feels replaced, taken lightly, or simply invisible, his instinct is not to fight for your attention, it is to protect his peace. And once a man decides to protect his peace, there is very little you can do to change that. He won't be angry about it. He won't make it dramatic. He will just simply no longer be available in the way he once was. So if the man in your life has gone quiet, don't mistake that silence for indifference. That silence is self-respect. And a man who respects himself will never stay where he feels small.
Finally someone making actual sense amidst all this toxic noise.
I'm going to be turning 39 a week from tomorrow, and I am still single. And that makes me sad. My own cats are running in from me. If you had told 25-year-old Rihanna that on her 39th birthday she would still be unmarried with no children, I would have laughed in your face or been so angry in disbelief, because that is not what I envisioned for my life. In my early 20s, I was never that girl that wanted to get married right away and have a young family. I wanted to be able to experience life. But probably around 25, 26 is when I was like, I do want to be married. And it has just never happened for me for whatever reason. And I have spent years wondering what is wrong with me. Is there something about me? Am I just not supposed to ever be with someone? And the reality is I don't know if I will ever find my person. And I hope that I do. And I want to have children. But at what point do you let that dream go? And I know that there's still time. 39, you can still have children. There's still time to accomplish all of those things. But it does make me sad to be going into another year of my life without anyone. Sometimes I think being a single woman, it feels like you can't win, because no matter what you say, people are always going to be challenging whatever you're feeling. If I say that I'm sad about not being married, people will say you just need to be living your best life. And there's a lot of married people who are unhappy and would do anything to be in your position. If if I say that I'm happy and content with my life, there's the other group of people that say your life is meaningless and you will never know fulfillment, and this is what feminism does. And it's really hard for two things to be true at the same time, where I do have things in my life that I enjoy, while I also would love to be in partnership with somebody. So I guess I'm just sharing this because I know I'm not the only single, almost 39-year-old person to have ever existed. I'm not the first, and I won't be the last. There's a lot of people that are in my position, but sometimes it can be really hard to exist in this space where you can be really grateful and content in a lot of areas, but also have a longing for something that you don't yet have. And it takes a lot of character to walk through that.
At the end of the day, that strong, independent single life is gonna get old for a lot of these chicks. Maybe then they'll finally realize what men actually bring to the table. Looks like in 2026, the definition of happiness is changing. Not everyone needs a relationship to feel fulfilled. Which side are you on? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to subscribe. We're just getting started.